Men, this is for you. You know, I cannot tell you how many times men have met with me and they get mad at me. Now, I don't meet with men anymore because since we founded the Marriage Foundation back in 2009, everything is online. But while I was developing this science since 2001, I met with individuals, never couples, because marriage counseling really doesn't work. I'd meet with a couple in the beginning. So if you're thinking about marriage counseling, don't do it. I met with a couple in the beginning, and then I would choose one of them and I'd say, you and I, we can meet. Now, men, very, very different from women. It doesn't do any good to meet a man and a woman together because you usually don't know what each other is talking about. We see life through different filters. We understand what to do in different ways. It just doesn't work. By the way, we have courses, one for men and one for women, because it's so different that each of you have to get different kinds of information about the same thing, if that makes any sense. Here's the thing. There is one thing that is so important for a woman, guys, and you used to do this, but you don't anymore. And that is to let your wife know how much you desire her. And you might say, well, hey, man, I provide, a family. I do this, I do that. No, it's not the same. Women need to hear how beautiful they are. And your wife is the most beautiful woman in the world to you. They need to know how much you appreciate them, how much you dig them, what it's all about, that you need them. They need that. They need that as much as you need to hear how appreciated you are. But it's much deeper for a woman. And if you fail to provide this, then you're not fulfilling your pledge as a married man. It really is that simple. Let me say it in a different way. Let me give context. Now, as a man, I don't know whether you're like me. I learned how to work on cars, and I learned all kinds of man stuff. I used to build houses and fairly handy with a gun, all kinds of stuff. Anything that I tried to do without getting educated about it first, I pretty much stunk at it. I was going to use a different word, but you get what I'm saying. But when you get educated about something, I'll give you a better example. When I was young, I learned how to fly a plane. I even had a little Cessna. Back in those days, you could afford one. Can you imagine, if you're not a pilot, if I handed you the keys to just a little Cessna, which is the Volkswagen of the sky, and I said, go have fun, and you go, you're crazy, I'm going to kill myself. Yes, you will. Even though it's easy to fly, I'm telling you this for a reason, but you have to have the education, because if you don't have the education, you can't do it. Second thing you have to do is learn the skills. So first you get the education. Let's use the analogy of learning to fly an airplane. You learn all about flight, weather, all the stuff you need to know, radios, etc. And then skills. For that, you need someone to sit beside you, take you up, and show you what they meant by pushing in the throttle. Because even though you just push in the throttle and it powers up, yeah, but if you don't do it right with the carb heat, etc., you're going to destroy the engine. So you got to have the education, you got to have the skills, and then you have to learn how to apply those skills. Marriage is exactly the same. I'm going to cut to the chase here. Do you know what cut to the chase means? In the old days, the chase scene in a movie was the most exciting part. And so they would say, cut to the chase. Anyway, you need to get this education. But here's the good news. When you do, and we offer that, and at the end of this video, there's a whole another part of the video that describes everything we have to offer. Marriage is amazing. When you're doing it right, it's like flying. Going back to the analogy. So let's say You get in an airplane and you're pushing the throttle and you're barreling down the runway and you're out of runway and now you're barreling down the grass, but you're not lifting off. You're not getting the benefits of the airplane. And it's the same with marriage. When you know what you're doing, it lifts you up and you have an amazing marriage. That's why we say never settle for an average marriage. Just don't do it, because you can have a great marriage, and a great marriage means happiness like you've never experienced before. That's a promise. And if your marriage is in a tough place right now, then go for the course and don't give up. Don't give up. There's no need to give up. I used to be a divorce mediator. Every single marriage, when I look back that I helped a couple get a divorce, I go, damn it, I wish I knew then what I now know, because they didn't have to get a divorce. No way. So that's it. In the meantime, tell your wife she's amazing. Tell her she's beautiful. Tell her you want her. But don't tell her lustfully you want her. Tell her you want her because you can't resist her, because she's so beautiful. She turns you on. You get the idea. Okay. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you could learn as much as you can learn before you finally say, okay, I need to get this guy's book, or I need to get this online course. So do that. Leave a comment. Tell me how wonderful I am. God bless you. I'm Paul Friedman, and take care. Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Been saving marriages since 2001. Now, what can we say about not giving up and not settling? These are two big deals that for your marriage, these are vital concepts. And they boil down to two things that we offer you. One are the books that we have. I have Lessons for a Happy Marriage, which is the first book that I wrote, and Breaking the Cycle. They're both great. Flip a coin as to which one you want. That's for not settling. Those books lay out for you exactly what marriage is all about. The guidelines, the intricacies, delves into communication, all the things about marriage that you need to know. And if your marriage is doing fine, but you just have this little problem here, this little problem there, but it's basically doing fine, don't settle. I promise you this, when you read one of these books, you're going to learn more about marriage than you even knew you didn't know, and it's going to change everything for the better. You will be so grateful that you took my advice and got one of those books. Now, the Don't Give Up, when I began, I was structuring, compiling all the marriage help that people need in order to save their marriage. I was a divorce mediator until 2001, and so I was fortunate that I was accessing a support group for those who were going to get a divorce called Second Saturday in San Diego, California. And so I was able to pull out of those sessions individuals, after I told them that I could help them save their marriage, who were beyond on the verge of getting a divorce. I'm going to say 95 to 98% of the people for whom I got a divorce shouldn't have, didn't need to, had they known what I now know. I took all of that knowledge and I put it into comprehensive courses, one for men and one for women. These courses, your course based on your gender, will bring you from the depth of the swamp that you find yourself in, out of that, into the light, and help you achieve a marriage you never even dreamed possible. That's a promise. Now, what if you're not even married? What if you're going to get married and you're just looking around for marriage advice? In that case, and I actually created this for some friends, we have a premarital course, which is amazing. You'll never have a problem in your marriage. Well, like nobody ever has a problem, but you won't have any killer problems. You'll know how to be married to get the most out of your marriage. What if you're only dating? Then I have a course for you too. This one I actually created for my son, and it is a step-by-step process for you to attract your soulmate, and in the right way. I'm so glad that you found us. Please take advantage of that which we have to offer. We are here to serve you. I'm Paul Friedman. God bless you, and take care.